I still love that intro music so much. I don't know how I found it. I'm so lucky. It's royalty free. It gets me hopping. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm like a super fan of Jem and the Misfits, and I see Jem back there, and I don't know how or why she said yes. I reached out to a bunch of people, and a few said yes. She said yes, and we've been chatting for a few weeks, and I can't say enough about the work that she does and how. For those of you that know me personally and know my love of Chihuahuas, and especially the broken Chihuahuas and the ones from shelters that nobody else wants, she's made it so that people actually want these dogs. And I know that I've heard compliments like that from my friends that say, even about Rue, for Live Like Rue Foundation, you changed my mind about pit bulls. And people like that, we need those people in the world. So I'm so excited to have her. We are also going to preview PetCon, which is this weekend in Chicago. It is Saturday and Sunday at Morgan Manufacturing. If you've not been to that venue, oh, it is awesome. I've been to many events there in Chicago for rescues and other foundations. It's amazing. So Kelsey's going to join us in just a second to preview that and talk about the dog agency, which is very much needed these days in the social media world, where dogs, cats, alligators, for all kinds of pets are becoming insta famous, and people, it gets lost. Like, what do I do now that I have this semi-famous dog, or really famous dog in most cases, for the dog agency? So I'm so excited to talk to Kelsey, but I would like to take a little time out for our sponsors and thank them. Here come our main sponsors. Unmuzzled is presented by the following sponsors. Bark Pouch. Bark Pouch believes there's no greater joy than a delightful time with your dog, or dogs, plural. We like a lot of dogs around here. So they make irresistible lickable treats that are easy to use while walking, training, grooming, familying, friending, and even vet visits. Check them out, barkpouch.com. Kiki's Corner Natural Pet Foods in downtown Winfield, Illinois, just a block south of CDH Hospital on the railroad tracks. Kiki's has all your food and health aid needs for dogs and cats. Kiki's Corner, for a healthy, happy pet. Canine Cruise is the place to take your pet. They offer dog and cat boarding, dog daycare, pet retail, and mindful day school. With over 12,000 square feet of indoor space and a spacious yard, they are the one-stop shop for professional pet care in Chicago. Thank you so much to the sponsors. I so appreciate it. All right, Jem, you may pop in here. I'm going to pop you out. Yeah, sorry. There you guys get a quick preview. Sorry, I have to boot her out, but she's coming back, I promise. And I can't wait. Kelsey, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I love what you do, and I cannot wait to talk to you about it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Yay. So I didn't know that you were based here in Chicago, but you are right here in Chicago with the dog agency. And man, I definitely want to do a follow-up podcast, I think, with you, just a little bit more in depth about the dog agency, because I love it. You know, I was reading the background about how it all started. Amazing. But tell me kind of what you do, because your job is very interesting.
Yeah, no, it's definitely very interesting. So the dog agency is the world's preeminent pet-focused marketing agency. Our founder, Lonnie Ebers-Lunau, started the company in 2015 after her dog Chloe became a pet influencer. And so she saw a need for a talent management company focused on pet influencers. So she decided to create it herself. So since then, we've grown to represent all kinds of pets, dogs, cats, specialty pets. We have tortoises, toads, many specialty pets. As well as humans in the pet space. So we have vets, trainers, and groomers. In addition to the talent management aspect, we also work with brands in various capacities, marketing campaigns, event production, and more. And then we also power PetCon as well.
I mean, that's so interesting, because I never really thought about that aspect of it, because you always think of just, you know, you're representing pets, but there's actually really famous people in the pet industry that need representation, and you do that too. So we were talking a little bit before this, you know, with TikTok and Reels, and just, I mean, it was one thing, I think, when Instagram, I mean, I remember Jem and the Misfits, like, I followed them so early on, and I just like latched onto them. But how, because, you know, everybody thinks their pet is the best.
Yeah.
So if somebody is listening to this or watching this live now, what do they do? Like, what do they need to do to get you? Because they need you. I mean, they really do need you. I can't imagine for Jem, once she saw all these followers rolling in and people asking for things, me asking for a podcast, like how do you manage all of that?
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely, like once you gain a following, it can kind of be a little overwhelming. You don't know what to do. There's brands reaching out and everything. And so we kind of take that over for them and kind of handle the brand partnership aspect, kind of help you essentially like build your brand, and kind of let you continue doing the creative side so you guys can continue creating the content, spending time with your dog, and then we handle all of the dirty work on the brand side and business side.
Yeah, which is funny. I mean, it is dirty work. It's tough, and I think even for Jem, like it's probably hard to say no because she already gives so much, and all of your clients feel like that.
Yeah.
Even me, like when I first started Live Like Rue, we were small. We were a small foundation that helped animals with cancer.
Yeah.
It's become big, and it's hard to manage. It's really hard to help everybody and answer everybody's, and I can't even imagine for these influencers that are like millions of followers. It's just crazy. So great work by you. So I didn't know that PetCon has not gone on since 2019, you said. So this is the first year back, and it's in Chicago, which is just incredible. So tell me the amount of work that went into this, because as you look at the pictures of this event, it's a huge deal. It's a huge event for so many people. There's people like me that are super fans that come there and just want to meet all the dogs they love on social media. So tell me what the amount of work that went into this kind of event.
Yeah, so we've been planning it for quite a while. Back last year, honestly, is when we started planning this. We toured a bunch of venues and we landed on Morgan Manufacturing, which we're super excited to be hosting it there. We worked through, finding brands to partner with. Our lovely production team has been super great to work with. They have been, they're responsible for building it, doing, everything that we need. They're on site right now helping put things together. So it's been a long time coming, but we're super excited to see it all come together this weekend.
Yeah, and can you, because even I was just like, if you get a ticket, what does that include?
Oh my God, so many things. So there are going to be over 50 of the top pet influencers coming in from across the US and Canada. So they will all be hosting meet and greets. So everyone can come meet their favorite famous pets. There will be speaker sessions both days, discussing a variety of topics within like the general pet and pet influencer space. So there will be a ton to like hear and learn about. We also have the nonprofit showcase, which Live Like Rue will be a part of, as well as MCP Chicago, Wild Hearts, and Determined to Rise. We'll also have an adoption garden with adoptable pets provided by Determined to Rise, which is going to be so much fun. People can come adopt a pet if they would like. There'll also be like branded activations and all sorts of fun activities like an agility course, pet massage booth, pet acupuncture, food trucks, and more. But yeah, a lot of exciting things happening throughout the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to love? And Live Like Rue has a booth there. So guys, please, and look, they gave us a code. I mean, this is awesome. They give us a code for 25% off. So what else do you need? Yes, I will be speaking along with some of the other rescue heads, I guess you would say, at 11 a.m. on Saturday. I'm so excited to kind of reach a new audience, let people know what Live Like Rue Foundation does. So Kelsey, I really appreciate that. I think, I was looking even at your give back on your website. It's amazing because you guys could just say, here's all these famous dogs, pay this money, but no, you're giving a platform to nonprofits. And I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. I hope to see you on, I'm coming tomorrow to set up. So maybe I'll even see you tomorrow, but
you probably will.
Yes. Awesome. Congratulations. I know, again, it's a lot of work. Believe me, I know what an event takes, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. I love that it's in Chicago. I'm sure you do too. But thank you so much, and I'll see you this weekend.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you so much. See you then.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.
That was Kelsey, everybody. Thank you so much, Kelsey. We appreciate it. All right, you are up. Let me unmute you, Jem.
Hi.
This is like a dream come true. I know.
I got Carmelita here.
Yes,
Coco is going to be joining us a little bit later.
Okay, awesome. I'm so glad. I know these Chihuahuas are legendary, honestly, all of them. But for those people that don't know, can you tell us how this all started? Because I know it started with this guy right here, and
Yes,
just
it did.
he's so totally my type of Chihuahua. So tell us about him and how this all started.
So Momo started it all. That's his picture there. This was back in 2011. I had moved to Los Angeles and I missed having a dog, and I was traveling a lot at the time and working, so I wasn't sure if my schedule would allow. And then I just kind of stumbled into, I thought I'd start with volunteering to walk dogs, and I stumbled into Momo's profile. I was so naive to the world of rescue, the tragic numbers of animals that end up in shelters. I had no idea, and I took Momo on. He was older. I was a little intimidated by that, but it ended up working out so beautifully and introduced me to this whole world of rescuing dogs, which I had no idea about at the time. And he became my heart dog. And then I got him a brother, and then another brother. And then in 2016 is actually when we launched Jem and the Misfits, because I had been taking so many pictures and sharing them with friends and family. And they're like, please, please do something with this. So it's been 7 years since Jem and the Misfits started, which is quite a while. And thank you for being such a long time follower.
Yeah, I mean, and I think too, the biggest thing, and again, like I was saying to Kelsey, is, and I'm sure that you hear this a lot, is you made me want to rescue a Chihuahua, and so
Mm.
when people say that to you, I like when they say it to me, because I think you you give them a platform and you make them look lovable. And let's not sugarcoat it. Not all Chihuahuas
Absolutely.
are going to be happy to be held and dressed up and posed and everything. Um,
100%.
yeah, but what do you tell those people kind of that tell you, you really changed my mind about this breed, and now, I love them so much.
That is my main mission. And it's the best thing ever when I hear that. You know, the goal of Jem and the Misfits is to share the joy of senior dog adoption. And that also kind of spills over into just senior pet adoption. We love cats too, and really all animals. But yeah, so there's nothing better than hearing someone say, "Oh, we changed our minds about adopting an older pet because of you." That's our goal. Our hope is that we can at least introduce people to the concept that, like, older pets it's almost like, meeting an older person. They've lived, they're got this unique personality and all kinds of quirkiness and just so much character. So thank you.
Yeah, I love Ginger. It says this. She's a fellow local Chihuahua rescuer like me. The cranky ones are always our favorites. The ones that, I used to
Yes.
go to animal control, and I would have a vet tech. Jackie at Chicago Animal Care and Control, she would teach me how to work with the ones that I could not get out, because I sometimes on the transfer team. So the transfer team is basically the liaison between Chicago Animal Care and Control and a rescue. So, oh, sorry. So that person could be the only way that this dog will get out. So she taught me how to go and approach a dog that was in a cage under a blanket or under a bed or growling or snarling. And I'm so thankful, because that sometimes I was it, like I was their lifeline. So I do really think that, having patience and working with people that really understand Chihuahuas is also a real key to that. And also seeing them in a good light and knowing they're not all ankle biters, they're not all going
Yes.
to bite you as soon as you touch them is really,
Although some of them always will.
yeah, right. And then we
Yeah,
just yank out all their teeth, which are usually rotted anyway, right?
that's right.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So when you kind of look at, the past few years even, how proud are you of what you've built? Because it's amazing, really.
Oh, thank you. Um, I am proud of it, and I feel like if our goal has been to share the joy of senior dog adoption, we have influenced that, and that makes me so happy. But it's more than that now. I've connected with so many wonderful people that also love crusty old chihuahuas or just old pets, and I've found so many friends. I've learned so much, and let's not breeze over the fact that there is loss, and to have this little community that we've sort of organically grown through the years, be there for each other is really helped me through the difficult times when there has been a lot of loss.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the toughest part of it. And again, I know I showed you my dog before we got on here, but I've taken so many animals that were totally broken. So, many people I know that listen to the podcast know my dogs. I'm showing a picture if you're listening on the podcast. But Cheese here is in the second picture is on the left. Her brother Mac is still alive. So we had Mac and Cheese both. We got them when they were really old. And then Ella Bean in the middle had an awful diagnosis and was here for about 3 months, but just really hurt, And there's the
So
one on
adorable.
the left. Yeah, I know they're totally your type. Duchess, filled with mammary tumors and cancer. I had her for 2 months. That was one of the most crushing ones, and it's pretty incredible how you can have a dog for just such a short time and they make such a big impact. It was really, really hard to lose her.
Yeah.
And then Mac and a few of my originals, just so you can see them. But
Yeah.
I think too, when you look ahead to kind of what is next, because what's happening in the shelter system, and I know what's happening where you are, is unfortunately our shelters are packed, unfortunately, and we're euthanizing more than ever in the past 5 or 6 years, and it's become a very sad state. I will say the Chihuahuas in general are moving out of our shelters. I don't know how is it where you are?
Um, I'm so we're all over the place, and right now I'm in Florida, but then I'll be in California shortly. I'm just getting the sense that shelters are overwhelmed like never before, like record breaking filled. And I think what has been working for some rescues is finding areas where some of the smaller dogs, can successfully be adopted into apartments and things like that. They don't need as much of a yard, and then taking them, like for example, True and Faithful Pet Rescue Mission in Venice, Florida, does transports all the time, taking dogs to DC. I think they have a trip to Canada planned. So it's a community effort, but I don't know, like, as hard as these people are working, I think the solution lies in what you're doing by letting people know, bringing awareness to all of this, and just making it known how many dogs and animals are in need out there.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. I think, yeah, that's the biggest thing. So part of that is meeting the people that love you so much, and that's what PetCon is.
Yes.
So how many of these have you been to?
So we went to PetCon in 2019 in Los Angeles and had an amazing time. It was so much fun, to meet some of the other, I mean, for sure, to meet all the other influencers, and then followers that we'd been communicating with finally in person. And then you may remember, I that's when I met and fell in love with Sergeant Pepper, a crusty senior Chihuahua from True and Faithful Pet Rescue Mission, and he joined our family and was a force to be reckoned with. So that was an unplanned adoption that occurred out of all the fun at PetCon.
So I guess the question is, will you fall in love with a
Oh,
Chihuahua tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday and take it back with you?
the first part, I know for sure I will. And the second part is because we have recently been traveling so much, like so much, which is for another podcast for sure. We kind of have to stick to two right now because we're flying a lot, and I need them with me when we're flying, and you're kind of limited to two max on your lap in the plane. So unfortunately, I have a little bit of a limitation for a while anyway.
I mean, the crew that you have now, they're like the perfect pair. I just love them. I love the videos that you do. The
Thank
one that you
you.
recently put where she's bossing them around it's so good. I wish
Thank
like
you.
I just wish like I don't know. I wish I could do that with my dogs. They're just lazy, you know. It's just you have like the perfect two. Like you always have like the
Oh,
perfect matched ones, I feel like. But that brings me to
it's
my
interesting because the I think I got really lucky at the beginning with my OG crew, as I call them, my first four that I yes, so there's my crew. The first group that were on Instagram, they got along so beautifully, and to be honest, I haven't quite seen that I don't know. The rest have never quite bonded in the same way as my first four have, but it's been an adventure, and you know, there's a lot of patience involved, and they're individuals, and so you're putting personalities together. Um, and I think the two that we have now, Coco and Carmelita, have really warmed up to each other in a special way. It's definitely entertaining.
Yeah, I love them. I love them. I love Chihuahuas in general, but like they're just you bring out like the best in them, which I think is so
Oh, thank
important.
you.
But yeah, that's kind of my next question for you. And I asked this to Peanut the squirrel's dad last week. Um, do you feel kind of like the pressure to constantly put content out to, oh, I have to do a video or I have to do a post today? Do you feel that?
Absolutely. I really do. And the pressure comes like I I feel what works best for us is when it's just sort of organically comes about. If I try to plan some kind of a post or a shoot or something like that never works out. It's almost like it's more of an impromptu. It's kind of a jazz photo session. Like it just sort of happens. And if I force it too much, it never really is very successful. So I'm not someone to plan content in advance. Really, I might have some ideas, but I kind of let it up to the dogs. And then sometimes when I'm really stumped, what I'm really grateful for is the thousands of pictures I've been taking over the last 7 to 10 years, really. And, our followers remember my original crew. And so I can always do sort of flashback. And I love how everybody still remembers them and celebrates them. And so if I'm having trouble creating like content with Coco and Carmelita, I can always do a throwback. So that's my backup plan.
Yeah, and I think really important to remember, why and how this all started. I even saw you did one, I think, last week. And I often feel that with Live Like Rue, like, hey, like there's a dog that is the reason like we are all here. And
Mhm.
sometimes you kind of get like lost in it because you're paying bills and you're sending care packages and you're answering emails, but like this is about this dog. Like the reason that we're here is because of him. And I need to do a better job of that, of saying like, hey guys, let's remember this is why we're all
Yeah.
here. And I think that is great that you do that. And people do remember, like they
Yes.
do remember even like those couch photos. Like you'll never forget those. Like we all
Yeah.
remember them, which is great. And then I wanted to show everybody if I can show the new logo because I think
Please. We're
yeah.
really excited about it. Yeah,
I
there it
want
is.
this on everything, mugs, stickers. It's
Oh,
so great. So
thank
how did you
you.
how did you come up with this?
Um, so I knew I wanted to do something for PetCon, something special, and so we have had these stickers made, which we're going to be handing out. And I did post them to Jem and the Misfits to get feedback from our followers, and everybody loves it. I've hesitated doing sort of merch in the past. But everybody really loved these stickers, so I've got kind of something in the works for after PetCon. As far as the image, now I have rescued, I actually went through a count before we had this podcast, but there have been 12 senior pups in my life. And it's like, how can I fit everybody in? That was, more than just what has been part of Gem and the Misfits. So I kind of, these figures, these rock star misfits, they are kind of an amalgamation of just
Oh,
everybody's personality. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm really happy everybody likes them.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, it's so sweet, and the fact that it means something to you, and like I just love logos like that where you can kind of
Yeah.
that it came from the heart. I'm so excited to meet you. So I will see you
Looking
Saturday
forward
or
to it.
Sunday or
Yes.
both of those days. But thank you so much for joining me. I know how busy you are. I know that you travel a lot. I know when you got Momo, the reason that he worked out is so you could travel with him, and you've kind of come full circle now. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you do for this breed. They mean so much to me. We have 2 right now. I would have 5 if we could, but there's a limit, my husband says. So
My husband says the same.
yeah. I'm glad actually that that I have him, because I probably would have a house full of chihuahuas here. But
Same.
thank you so much for your time. I'm
Thanks.
excited to meet you. Everybody, get your tickets. You get to meet her and these amazing chihuahuas that she brought to Chicago. Yeah, can we see? Oh, I'm gonna take her from you. What a sweet gem.
She gets very nervous. I've been packing and sort of getting organized today, and she wants to make sure she does not get left behind. So she keeps putting herself on my little piles of things to pack.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, well, safe travels, and we will see you this
Thanks so
weekend.
much.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
so
soon.
much. All right,
Thank
bye.
you. Bye, Sarah.
That was so amazing. Thank you so much to Jem and to Kelsey. I really, really appreciate it. Again, you guys, PetCon is this weekend in Chicago. So I know we have listeners all over the place, but Live Like Rue will have a booth there. We actually got brand new t-shirts for this weekend. They are Nope. I have plans with my dog logo. Sorry, I don't have them here, but please come by, and you get really cool. They offered us a promo code as a charity partner, Rue25. You put that in at checkout, you get 25% off. That is very, very nice. We appreciate it. I need to give a little shout out to our supporting sponsors. We can't do this podcast without our following supporting sponsors. Twin Tails Market and Barkery is a local family-owned business that has been serving the community for close to 7 years. Located in Palos Park, Twin Tails has everything you need to give your dogs and cats healthy and natural foods, treats, chews, toys, and much, much more. You can find them at twintailsmarket.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Twin Tails Market. The Canine PT specializes in helping senior dogs improve their independence with their daily routine as they age, heal, or recover post-surgery through exercise, massage, laser, and acupuncture, so they can live their golden years without the need for pain medication. Brilliant work you're doing, Canine PT. Anything is Possible is Chicago's premier dog training company. I have sent so many people to Anything is Possible. They offer group classes for every stage of your dog's life and have a talented team of behavior specialists to work through any issues that need modification using positive reinforcement. Liz Starks at Guaranteed Rate. Check with Liz for the absolute best mortgage options. She helps when others can't and even calls it rescue loans. Buyers, sellers, or investors, give Liz a call. She can lend in all 50 states. NMLS number 224526. Kimberly King Photography. Kimberly is a professional photographer from Chicago who loves animals as much as you do. That's a lot. Her pet portraiture celebrates pure love, connection, and the beauty of life with our furry loved ones by our side. Canine Therapy Corps. Give back and volunteer with your dog at Canine Therapy Corps. Volunteer teams empower and motivate individuals through goal-directed, animal-assisted therapy services free of charge across Chicagoland. Visit caninetherapycorps.org for more information. Thank you so much to all our sponsors again. Please get your PetCon tickets. I would love to see you guys this weekend. It'd be great. I've been doing a lot of pet sitting, so I'm finally getting out in the world. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning in live. I love when we have the live audience. It's awesome. Reminder, you can listen on anywhere you get your podcasts. Starting tomorrow, this will be turned into a podcast. I'll be sure to blast out all of the links. And thank you again to our sponsors. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.